So today we are mainly we focusing on designing car in different perspective, how to sketch, how to visualize. So let's start with the sketching, and in between I will talk every details how to draw it. So first, as we are mainly be focusing on a sports or a supercar, so here the main difference is the how you differentiate the wheel difference. So mainly we are taking three wheel difference because it's a basic rule. You have to be take a three wheel difference between front wheel and the rear wheel. So and then you proportionate your design based on it. So like then we go with the belt line, fender line, headlight. So these 3 points it's need to be followed to get a character or to get a look of the shape which you are trying to replicate through your sketch. It's important. So when you are trying to replicate the belt line which is below the window of the car, and that belt line is very important when you are trying to draw, because that belt line will follow from backlight to the fender and then fender to headlight. So that line is very important to visualize your car in the perspective which you are trying to draw. It's follow in all the phases, like if you are trying to draw in side view, front view, or uh, in perspective, top view, everywhere, like these lines are very important to give your car a right character which you are trying to visualize. So as you could see in my sketch, I am just following the same rule, and then I go with the windshield, and then the roof line, then A pillar, B pillar, C pillar. Yeah, that all be a part of it, but the important is the board line which gonna visualize your car, how it's going to be look like. Then we will go with the character lines. So like you have to be follow some basic rule when you are trying to draw the car, and it's important to having a knowledge of what are the bullets lines or the bullet points which need to be taken care when you are trying to draw a car or visualize a car. This perspective sketch is almost visible that yeah, how the detailing is going to be look like. Likewise we will go in multiple angle, how we could see from more of a front, less of a side view. And yeah, in perspective you understand the detailing more prominently than inside view or any other views. So we will jump to the another perspective, and then how deeply you could understand is very important. And yeah, likewise you could see in this perspective also I am just trying to draw as simply as I could, but the basic rule I first follow the basic rule, and the basic rule will define my car. And then I do not get afraid about the proportion, or it's I'm making a supercar, it's make look like a SUV. So it's need to be understandable that from what purpose you are making and how you are making your seam line in proper way by following the belt line, fender, headlight lines in proper way or in a proportion. And yeah, sometimes your windshield and roof line is very important when you are making seam lines, and then how you follow your roof line, or you could say understanding how to replicate your windshield and then after a roof line is very important, because that's very important to visualize the car in right proportion is very usual in my case. So let's as you could understand that I am just trying to replicate the design. And uh, more deeply I could say that design ideation is one of the important and the key aspect when you are visualizing something new in the industry of car. So as if how much flawlessly you could draw, it's something very important when you are trying something new, because how much roughly you could understand and making multiple sketches out of it and then coming up with one idea, that take a very long time. Any car doesn't design in just by one sketch or just by one visualization. There is a longer stage behind it. So for getting a long stage you need to be a very flawless in that direction, how easily you could draw, how easily you could understand the form in different perspective, and how you just manipulate it very easily is only we get by practice. So for practice is always be, I would suggest ki just take a reference, any reference, and then just try to replicate the basic ideology of designing, and then try to manipulate it based on your perspective. So always doesn't need to be not taking a reference, always take a reference, because at a starting stage you need to understand the basic details through a reference, and then when you understand after doing thousands of sketches in your life, and then you jump to your a skill without taking any reference, and then manipulating is based on your understanding is very easily that gonna be happen if you have a good practice regarding that kind of design. So let's jump to the another perspective. So as you could see, I'm just trying to be understandable, basic understanding, try to replicate it, and then flawlessly I'm trying to sketch. I literally love sketching automobile. I have worked in automobile industry, but yeah, for me the best part of that industry is they are very much focused on ideation sketches. The sketches is very important in automobile industry. How well you could draw, how well you could imagine your line quality, your line depth, how much detailing need to be at some a specific point is very important. And the sketches is something you could feel, you could feel the a strength of the body, a strength of the a lot many character of the body. There are lot many aspects, but yeah, how they are basically feel overall design on a sketch, and then they jump to the CAD person, and then there are a lot many things is happening. But before that, the ideation sketch is they have done more than thousands of sketches, and then they select one or two design or one or two form, and then again re-ideate, and there is a very lengthy process. But yeah, it's very much imaginative and artistic, and then viability based ki what are the possibilities based on that they have designed, and there is lot many critical aspect running behind it, which is very important to having something in real life. There should be a limitation, there is a very big limitation, lot many limitation follow. So you have to be designed in such a way that it could be easily be usable or easily be made. So that is also one of the important point when you are designing. You cannot just flow and make your lines or make your design in such a way that it's not be possible to make. So that there are lot many points which taken care while designing. So likewise, as you could see, almost all the perspective sketches is very much organized way where we could understand the detail of car in so much interesting way. And yeah, that is important when you are trying to visualize something on paper, and how well you composely understand the details of the car. Maybe you could draw on some a specific part. If I am here trying to draw different perspective in cars, but you could try the some a specific part like headlight. You just zoom out and understand how headlight, how the flawlessly line is going with the headlight, and then you go with the windshield, then you go with the doors, like based on your understanding. Currently I'm just focusing on cars, how well you could understand the car drawing very easily on a paper in multiple perspective. And it's not so hard. How much you do practice is totally depend upon it. It's all about practice. How well you do practice, you will definitely get uh, good into it in a very short period of time if you have done that much work behind it. So let's color it out and do some detailing, basic understanding ki how the form or the shape is little bit looking like in dark, how it's look like that, and then like different mode how it's going to be look like. So I'm just using alcohol marker and understanding the detail, because it's easy to use. Alcohol marker is one of the industry professional tools which basically car designing and product designing, industrial designing using, because it's very easy to use, and the detailing which you want to feel or which you want to see you can easily understand by using it. So let's just I'm doing just coloring and finishing it out so that you could understand how easily you could also draw. There is no any rocket science behind it, but yeah, you have to be follow some limitations, some basic rule to come up with that kind of perspective or that kind of visualization where you understand the proportion well also. Not only just you draw, you understanding the proportion and then you are designing it or you are ideating it. So yeah, the same way I have follow at here, you could also try. And yeah, uh, that's from my side for today's video, and maybe in next upcoming video I will put it in much more detailed way how to feel or understand the car detailing. And then like that's all from my side. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for next upcoming videos.